All right. Well, this year is your year. It's time to be a VTuber. I am actually going to be going through a 3-step process that should have you ready in about 30 minutes or less. Um, I'll show you my processes in making a model. I will have a link down below for my actual model I made and the components. So if you feel like going in and trying to rig it yourself in PNGtuber Plus, you can. All right, so I've made this model just to kind of get an idea of how you want to separate your model. I know it looks kind of funny, really silly, but it's so important to know your hierarchies when it comes down to it. So I have on the very top layer my eyes. That's just my style. It's kind of how I like them. But I'm gonna move them to the side so you can kind of get an idea. They're all by themselves. They're transparent. And then, yes, I'll apply that. Underneath, I actually have the eyes shut. So whenever you go in the program to make it blink, you're gonna need a set of eyes that are closed for the blinking. And those are also transparent, you know. There's no extra colors besides the eyes and the eyebrows, really. So, then there's other things, like I've actually got the bangs separated. Whoop, not that one. Just so you can kind of see, you've got the bald head underneath. And I still have my sketch up, just so you can kind of see placements, but that's really how you kind of want it. So you've got it up in the forefront. It's like a face sandwich. That's just my sketch right there for the hair. But even the head, I have on its own separate layer. And even the torso. So if you guys want more moving parts or have it breathing, it's really easy to have it breathing. And this is just like a super basic setup. It looks so silly, but it's just a super basic setup because when you're getting started and you're first making like maybe your first couple of models, it's not, you don't have to go into crazy detail just to, you know, feel like you did something super impressive. Even like humble beginnings, like that's honestly the best way to start, like small steps, because every single project you do, you're going to learn a little bit more and you're going to be able to push your own boundaries a little bit more just to get something more interesting out. So I would honestly, like if you did, just try to, you know, break things apart in a more simple way. Just to, you know, kind of help you in that process. But like, here we go. At the very back is the hair. And I've got this all colored really funny, but I think we see like the gist of it. Now then, so when you actually start getting into these bigger projects, ones that you've actually got together and cut, this is more what you're gonna see. You know, everything's very blended. It looks like it's one whole picture, but it's not. Like, let me see, I can move my mouth, you know, like it's just a little transparent PNG part. And so is the mouth closed. Let's see, you could see that. And that's not on like the face skin, that's on a separate layer. Same thing with the eyes. Eyes shut as well. It's really just like a big ass paper doll. But it's like my ears are on a separated layer so they could bounce when I put them in the program. And same thing with like the arms, like even just little details. Like if y'all wanted something to be like a little bit more bouncy, you can take the bows, for instance, and have them separated. But, you know, it's just kind of important to remember them in sections and just know, like, for reference, the head's going to take you the longest. And, you know, it's okay to spend more time on that. And don't be afraid to kind of do a little bit of, like, experimenting. Like, let's see. Let me find it. Da-da-da-da. So on my bangs, I actually have some transparency. You can kind of see when I overlay it right there. And it just kind of gives it a little bit more like a flesh like looks to it. But the real magic happens when you actually put it into PNGtuber Plus. Alright, so to start this process to import your model, you're going to go into PNGtuber Plus, which I have open. You're going to press escape, and that'll bring up your files. So just move that a little over to the side. And I just recommend just taking that file I sent in my Kofi, putting it on the main screen, and you can literally just drag and drop. And I'll just replace it because I already have it. But it's that easy. So now when you go back into PNGtuber Plus and you go to load an avatar, you'll see it. And then there she is. Alrighty. So when you actually import your PNGtuber Plus into the program and you have it working, it's going to bounce here like you see on the screen. She's going crazy. But it's not going to look like this off the bat. I actually do have... I'll have the model files on my Kofi so you can just drag and drop and have this model for yourself. I think she ended up coming out so cute, but you know, there's a little work you gotta get to before you actually have the model ready to go like this. So on the program, if you can see down here, I've got my PNGtuber Plus. I had the settings up for a second, but you're going to press on that pencil. And it's going to take you to a whole different program. So, let me just move my cameras around. Usually it doesn't look like this off the bat. So what I'm going to do, literally, I'm going to just get rid of all this. Bam. Bam. This is looking scary now. Bam. Ta-da. No eyes, no mouth, and no hair. So, what you're gonna do typically is you're actually can press escape. You're gonna press the escape key when this opens, because that's the only way you could actually drop your model like files inside. So I already have done that, so I'm going to press add new sprite. And when you press escape, there's going to be a couple folder options that come up, and you're going to want to press into the default avatars and drag and drop yours into there. So you can see I've got a whole bunch of different things in here, but the one I want to do is PNGtuber. Free. And you're going to see now all the files. So the way I have it saved in the folder is the way you're going to want to have it set up, like if you pull it from my Kofi, because you're going to need to take each individual part and name it and save it as a PNG, like from the art that you've done. Maybe I'm stupid and I don't know a better way to do it, but this is the way I've been doing it, and it's really not that bad. But you just go in and you add each part. And it doesn't matter like what the order is, because we'll be able to fix that in just a second. So just, you know, it's gonna look a little freaky, guys. You're gonna look a little freaky deaky, but it'll be okay. The worst part is if you're like me and I forget what I was like putting in, or I didn't save anything right, and then you have to go back in and add like a new sprite. So just when you go to save your files, just be real thorough, because it sucks missing a part, and you know, it'll probably happen because I've done it several times. Let's see. I don't want to add that. So now you can laugh at me. I put the wrong thing in. That's just the PNG like reference. So like when people go to set this up, because this is for practice too. Like I've got one that's preset that you could just use, but if you just want to practice, it's more of a preset to see how it's supposed to look. So we will delete that. So now we have all of the parts. So if you could see on here on the side, there's this little eyeball. You could open and close it. I didn't know that for a long time, but it'll actually let you go and see all of your parts. So when you press on your keyboard, you're gonna use the Q key and the E key. And Q sets items back and E sets items forward. So we're gonna start putting things back to the back. Whoop. And then pulling things forward. So that's gonna be up in the front. Those are gonna be in the very back. So you just press Q and E just until you've got the correct layering. So we're gonna press E, mouth open, and if you see on the side, it's got like the mouth selected. There's these two X's. One's for eyes open and eyes closed. So we've got mouth open. So here's the mouth closed, and there's the mouth open. And if you could see, it's already starting, to speak. So we're gonna do that again. So now we've got mouth closed, and we're gonna bring that all the way up to the front. And the legs look good. They're where they're supposed to be. Your head looks all right. Hair clips look all right. Now let's bring these bad boys to the front. So now we can do eyes open. And now we've got eyes closed. We're gonna bring them up to the front. No, don't touch that. And then select that little eyes closed. So then it'll start blinking. Just gotta make sure we got those all the way up. So the ears look all right. They're where they're supposed to be, but the bangs aren't. There we go. So we're getting closer. Back of the head looks correct, but the body's still not. So I need to bring that head forward. Hell yeah. So there is the beginning part of the process. So you can kind of see what I was talking about. We've got it all layered up correctly, but nothing's moving. It's cute, but, and I mean, honestly, you could use it like this. You don't have to go in and start animating things, but I'm extra, and I assume you probably are too if you're still watching. So there's a lot of settings on here, and I'm not even fully sure of the full ranges you can do, but we could just do something simple and mess around and see what we like. But I like the squash physics because when you speak, it squishes, but if you want it to be more delicate, you could add some drag to it, and then it kind of makes it flow a little better. I like it a lot. Let's see. I want the head to move a little bit. Actually, you know what? I want those to squash. Whoop. Too much. Way too much. Oh, that's so much better. That's cute. Ooh. Okay, so I don't want it to go left and right. I want it to go up and down. But very gently. Because I think that looks pretty good. Just a slight movement. And we could do that with the body too. Because now we've got like this effect of breathing. But I also want the legs to squash. I think that would be really cute. So she kind of looks like she's flying a little bit. We'll add a little bit of, up and down movement. And we could do the same thing with the arms. Let's go in. Where are my arms at? Let's find them. There they are. And this thing's a lifesaver. I didn't know it was a thing. When I very first started using this program, I had no idea you could actually go into the side sections and use this. But it makes such a difference. And then you can kind of see too, like having everything named is so important. Ignore any of my misspellings, but I can read it. I guess that's what matters. But let's do a little bit of squash. Yeah. And we'll do a little bit of frequency. And have the arms move. I like that. Let's see. Let's link you with that arm. So now those are linked. So oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. So now we can actually have it move around a little bit. Oh, I like that. So she's kind of flying. Now look at me. I didn't even... I'm so silly. Okay. So I was having such a hard time trying to get the wings to match before. So now that I'm editing this and I'm actually recording, it's smarter to just go ahead, like if you've got two separate wings, just link them together first. Link them together. And then you've got a much better, like now it's actually moving together instead of like off in a weird way. I'm gonna have to update this file after I get done. Look at me. But let's see, I'm gonna do some squash and drag on those cute bows. Yeah. Just a little bit of movement. I think they look pretty good. All right, now let's do a little bit of squash on the head with more drag. Yeah, that looks pretty cute. I'm really excited. I think these are gonna come out like super good. Yeah. I want those up and down. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. So you can see like how fast this process can actually go. I feel bad, like I'm not more knowledgeable on the program, but it just feels like there's so much you can do if you're willing to start pushing limits. Oh yeah. Oh, it's so cute. So I want it to have a little bit of eye squash, but not like a whole lot. They're so cute. Let's see, mouth open. Yeah, we want some squash, but not a whole lot. Yeah. And it just makes it look so much more like animated, I think. It's a really, really awesome program. But it's like, dang, you know, you just went from having a regular ass like PNGtuber to something that's like really special. I think I still need to move the eyes up. I think I didn't do enough on the eyelid. There we go. Let's see. Come on. You can blink. Let's see. I could do a little bit more with the hair. The pigtails. I like them a lot. Oh yeah. See, those are so cute. Yeah, you could really make her have her wings fucking move. Yeah. And then let's add some squish. I think I forgot to do it to the bangs. Oh yeah. Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. This program's so versatile. But just like that, the model's already done. Sure, you could do more. But, like, I'm honestly really happy with, like, where we're at. Yeah. I mean, I'm super happy with the fucking train's here. Hi guys, well, say hello to the train. But now that we've got this, you can go ahead and save avatar. So I'm gonna save this one as V-Day free model. Ignore my spelling. Free model ready. Because this is way better than the other one I did. And I mean, like, that's also the cool thing about this. Like, I'm going to share the files so you can have this exact template and follow me around. But it just makes a huge difference. Like, what a cute model. Look at that. She's popping off. And, you know, you could do whatever you want. Like, this program's amazing. You don't have to be a VTuber that's, you know, a cute Batgirl. You could be literally anything. Like, just put your mind to it. But, I mean, this is the best way just to go ahead and get started. And you really can get started in 30 minutes or less. So, I would super duper encourage it to give it a shot. Even if you might be like, oh, well, I'm not sure I'm ready to stream yet. I'm not sure I'm ready to, like, start the process. But I'm saying, like, the sooner you get into it, the better. Because the first part of success is sucking.